Brazil is known for being a festive country and at the same time pretty dangerous for tourists. Now we wonder, is it worth the risk of visiting this paradise? For today's video, we'll be discussing with you why Brazil is a beautiful place to visit and at the same time also super dangerous. So make sure you tune in to find out more. One of the reasons that make Brazil beautiful is its colorful culture and festive cities. We can all agree that everyone should visit Brazil once in their lifetime, but exactly where should I go? Brazil is a vast 8.5 million square kilometer country, so there are many unique locations there. Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo are undoubtedly the top priorities for a reason. A cultural center, the city of Christ the Redeemer is home to some of the most famous tourist destinations on Earth, including National Park Tijuca, Copacabana Beach, and others. The most populated city in Brazil, on the other hand, continues to gain popularity and offers a dynamic atmosphere and a rich cultural history, which you can learn about in several excellent museums. Brasilia, the country's capital, is a significant commercial and tourist hub. Here you can take part in a variety of celebrations throughout the year, as well as a full calendar of performances, concerts, and customary activities. Speaking of cities, here's a short list of places you should visit when you're in Brazil. Recife is a classic Brazilian city with many canals that make it resemble Venice. The city offers many fascinating landmarks, some of which are on the UNESCO World Heritage List, and some of the most spectacular beaches. One of Brazil's oldest cities is the former capital, Salvador. Since the city has a long history, there are many interesting things to view. Of course, the list doesn't end here. If you have more time, you could also want to think about Belo Horizonte, Manaus, Fortaleza, Curitiba, and Natal. Brazil has a good travel option both inside and beyond the country, despite its size. Given that Brazil has a large number of airports, traveling there by plane is simple. If you're not into cities, you could always head to the beach. And trust us when we tell you the country has some of the best beaches in the world. Brazil has extensive sandy beaches with clear waters because of its tropical environment. It makes sense that so many of this country's beaches served as the basis for so many popular songs. Here are a mere handful of the most significant beaches. Surely if you're in Brazil, you have to take a dip at the world-famous Copacabana Beach. The center of Rio de Janeiro is home to the most renowned beach in Brazil and the entire world. Yes, this 4-kilometer-long sandy beach may be expected to be filled with people, music, and positive energy. There are all types of amenities around, from upscale hotels to cafes and restaurants. Some of the greatest celebrations in the city take place here as well. If loud parties aren't your thing, but you still crave the presence of a crowd, then try visiting Ipanema instead. On the nearby Ipanema beach, you might discover a little bit more peace, thanks in part to the song The Girl from Ipanema. This beach rose to fame. There are numerous amenities nearby, including outdoor gymnasiums. Additionally, the beach is a favorite among surfers. And if crowded beaches are clearly not your thing, Praia do Espelho is probably where you'll find peace. It is situated in an ideal tropical location of Trancoso. There are no amenities right at the beach. You must travel to the village nearby. However, it is possible to hire furnishings like chairs and tents. Now, what else should you visit Brazil for, you ask? It's for the carnival. According to Guinness World Records, Rio Carnival is the biggest carnival celebration, and the Carnival of Brazil is the biggest celebration worldwide. There is no better celebration on earth than the ones that take place the days leading up to Ash Wednesday in cities like Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. The streets are crowded with sizable organized parades headed by samba schools. Everyone participates in singing, dancing, and donning the most incredible costumes imaginable. Additionally, carnival balls with their unique sub-themes are staged at locations throughout the cities. The first Portuguese settlers carried it from Europe to colonial Brazil in the 1600s, which is when the Brazil Carnival initially emerged. Actually, the carnival is a Christian custom, marking the night before the 40 days of Lent. Be prepared for huge crowds if you want to travel to Brazil during the carnival, especially in the smaller cities. Considering that it can be much above 40 degrees Celsius on these days, wear a light costume. However, give in to the vibrant people and samba rhythm. For our sports enthusiasts out there, we know you know Brazil is renowned for its love of football, so come experience the sport in this country. Nearly everyone in the world has heard of the names Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Kaká, Pelé, and Neymar. These legends helped shape the Brazilian football of today. Football, the only sport to have ever competed in a World Cup, is without a doubt the most popular sport in this nation. Because watching major football matches is just a part of Brazilian culture, everyone watches them, even if it means missing work that day. Every football-related celebration is kind and passionate. You will undoubtedly have a terrific time if you happen to be in Brazil at such a celebration. One of the reasons why people go out and explore other countries is to discover their culture. And what better way to discover Brazil than to tickle your taste buds with their amazing cuisine? Brazilian food combines a variety of influences, including those from Europe, Africa, and Asia. Both Portuguese cuisine and South American indigenous peoples' culinary customs had a significant influence. However, Brazilian cuisine is quite distinctive and a necessary component of visiting the nation. Given the size of the nation, different regions of Brazil have different culinary traditions, but no matter where you are in Brazil, here are the most well-known national foods you must try. Aca is the first. You've definitely heard of the aca fruit, a superfood that may be added to other fruits, cereal, or anything similar. In coastal cities, you can find this food on every corner because it is so well liked. Brigadeiros, a Brazilian take on chocolate truffles that can be covered with sprinkles or white chocolate and filled with a variety of fillings, is another item you ought to try. Brazil is also a coffee lover's paradise. 1/3 of the coffee consumed worldwide is grown in this nation. Brazilian coffee, which is a major producer and exporter of coffee beans, is renowned for its distinct flavor and quality. So, is Brazil a safe place for tourists, or is this one of those countries we should steer clear of? Keep on watching to find out. Now, if we're talking about risk assessment of the country, we managed to compile a short list of some of the factors that make it a dangerous place. But it is not that dangerous that you'd ban going to this place forever. Overall, the country of Brazil is generally safe to travel to. Brazil is generally safe, although you should use caution in major cities, particularly at night. Be on the lookout for pickpockets and bag snatchers, and keep your valuables close at hand. Never keep all of your cash in one place or leave valuables out in the open when driving or swimming at the beach. When it comes to transportation, you should be fine as long as you exercise extreme caution and keep a watchful eye on your belongings. Brazil's public transportation is generally safe. However, there are some risks. Since pickpockets and petty criminals frequently operate in bus and bus stop areas, take extra precautions there. However, we cannot stress enough that you should be wary of pickpockets and snatchers since there is a lot in the country. Brazil's streets are frequently targeted by pickpockets, so visitors are advised to be on the lookout at all times. Be careful not to showcase expensive items on the street. Better yet, leave them at your lodging. When visiting Rio, pay close attention to your surroundings. Since we already mentioned pickpockets, we'd also like to caution you that there's a small chance that you could be mugged, though it's only a small percentage. Mugging is a rather regular crime on Brazil's streets. In such a case, promptly surrender all of your belongings and show no resistance. Avoid regions that are dark and empty. Aside from mugging and pickpockets, you should beware of scams, and women travelers need to exercise more caution as well. In Brazil, scams are fairly popular, so always verify your change. Avoid paying anything up front and discuss everything. Be extremely cautious around ATMs and watch out for anyone attempting to divert your attention. Additionally, be cautious around kids because they are expert pickpockets and are probably trying to divert your attention as well. Women traveling alone to Brazil are generally safe, but remember that you should hike with a group, never by yourself. In the isolated region of the Amazon in the northeast, exercise extra caution. Avoid being among people who are obviously drunk or high, as well as dimly lit, empty neighborhoods and roadways. And with that, we're wrapping up today's video on why Brazil is such a beautiful and dangerous place. Hopefully, you'll still consider spending a vacation or two in this lovely paradise. Just be sure to exercise extra caution. Thanks for watching today's video, and before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on. We'll see you in the next episode.